Okay, it's raining. It's raining pretty good here in Southern California. But that means rainy days always get me down. No, rainy days always get me at subscribing. So here we go. Subscribe, join the tribe. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Join the healthy living tribe here. Please subscribe, please like, please share, and please put your comments down below. Do you, you hear that rain? Do you do a side hustle? Side. Do you get out there in the rain and deliver packages or food or groceries? Food, meals already made, meals ready to eat. MREs do they have? They probably do. They have a delivery for everything. Wine, weed, auto parts. You get anything delivered. When this all first started with deliveries, kind of thing, when it came to something other than restaurants, they had a few different places. The guy who started GRUBHUB said he was tired of only being able to get like Chinese food. Nothing wrong with Chinese food, or maybe a local deli that delivered to him. He had like one or two options. He said, "What if we could have every restaurant delivered? They don't have to have delivery. What if they don't have to have their own delivery drivers? It's pizza, Chinese, and a deli." He said, "What if we have everything delivered?" Now, other things that were delivered, of course, back in the day, back in the dinosaur day, Jurassic Park, medications. The pharmacy, you see the little pharmacy. There's like a little small, sometimes a pickup truck, sometimes a little station wagon. It would say, Main Street Pharmacy with all those magnets on the door, maybe painted on there. And their phone number, yes, we deliver, or we deliver. And they would deliver the pharmaceuticals. You were really sick, you couldn't get out. They do that. We deliver some of that kind of stuff too now. Also, in the medical field, you'd see like the lab place. They'd go, pick up the lab stuff, the blood, the urine, the whatever, fecal matter, whatever they're having delivered to the hospital. They go to the hospital, pick that up, take it to the lab, and then the hospital would get the results. So a person wouldn't have to necessarily go all the way into the lab. They can go to their local, maybe their local hospital, local doctor's office to get that picked up. Usually bicycles. People ride a bicycle. "Hi, Mrs. Jones. Here's your groceries." And he gets out and he carries the grocery bag, and then hopefully he'll get a dime here. "Oh, here you go, Johnny." And "Thank you." Put his dime in his pocket and make money. So they started these things, and now it's, man. I mean, you see it. It's not just the Domino's guy with his sign, or the Pizza Hut, or the Papa John, or whoever it is, or the local Joe, good old Joe's pizzeria. You see, they deliver everything. So we did two videos back that way, and maybe I will probably link them on here. I started a new side hustle playlist, so all those videos are probably going to be in that playlist. I think I have a few that I haven't moved over to the playlist yet because I was out there delivering yesterday, and it was raining. And you got to jump in the car and dry your phone, dry your glasses, put them on, and hopefully get another delivery. So what we did is we did the GRUBHUB challenge back there. We did that a month ago maybe, and what we did is we went out and just did everything like I did back 8 years ago when I first started with GRUBHUB, which is only working for GRUBHUB, taking every single order there was. Back then, they would say you're going to make $25 an hour. They changed that because people were like, "Wait a minute, I'm not making $25 an hour." And I think they thought there's going to be a lawsuit, class action, because they would just say make $25 an hour. They would say make up to $25 an hour, because you don't want to say up to, because there's been hours that I've made more than $25 an hour. You'll go on a GRUBHUB, Restaurants on the Run, or GRUBHUB for Work. Those are the catering companies. Uber's has one. These are large catering orders. It might take you may go to the restaurant, it's ready. You might load it in your car, take it right to the restaurant, to the customers. Usually they're hospitals, pharmaceutical meetings, pharmaceutical sales. They'll have a meeting, they'll have that, or it could be somebody's birthday party, a large catering order. They usually have a catering account. The companies, the bill that was delivered will have an account on the catering side. They probably have like local, one sandwich, one chips, one drink kind of thing delivered to them, but then they also have huge. But on those big orders, there's been times when I've made $200 in an hour. Sweet. So you get the money for the delivery from GRUBHUB, you get the tip, and you get the gas and the mileage. You get the flat rate fee, gas, mileage, wait time if there's any, and then you'll get the tip. And sometimes they'll give you, in the app, it'll be $40, and then they'll hand you another 100 or whatever, and it equals as much as 200 at Christmas time. One time, it was in the app, and I was working every day back then, 6 days, well, 6 days a week, sometimes 7, 10 hours a day, and I was a catering driver, and we used to only take catering orders in the mornings or whenever. You had to sign up for the apps for the they call them blocks, and you get those blocks. So I would work the catering ones in the morning, then I'd log off, log back into the on the regular delivery side, and start doing small deliveries after those big orders are all done. They don't have that anymore. Now it's all just one big app. But if you are a certified, you hear that rain coming down. It could be a good day for delivery today. We'll see. It's pouring right now, pouring. They said yesterday was supposed to be the main rain, and today was not. But it kind of feels like, it sounds like, I haven't really been outside, more rain today than yesterday. But we'll have to see. But anyway, now everything's all together. But if you're not a catering driver, it's most likely you're not going to get an order for that, because you have these big boxes, and I've showed them before. But they're, I don't know, maybe 4 feet by almost 3 feet by 3 feet. They're big. They're big, rectangular. It's not the little red bags you see. We're supposed to carry bags. Most people don't. I still use bags for all deliveries, but you'll see those big deliveries, and you have to have those bags. So they'll call you, hey David, we've got a big order from the Mediterranean restaurant to here. Do you have your bags with you? I said, yes, I do. What do you have in your car? And I guess they can probably check. I don't know. With the restaurant, did he have bags, or with the customer? I said, my big blue bag. Those are called coffin bags. I have 2 of those, but usually I just carry one big coffin bag in my car. Then I have another red bag that folds up. It's soft-sided, and it can just crumple up in like a pillow size bag, or like a pillow. And that's a soft-sided red bag, which is, when opened, is the same size as a coffin bag. I have 4 other bags, small bags. I have 2 pizza bags, one that can hold 2 extra large, one can hold 5, and I have those in the car. So then you'll get those orders. So let's take a look at what we did yesterday. Now, we worked, this is what we did first. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, side hustle. We worked a total of 9 hours. We started at 8 in the morning. We worked 8 to 10, 11 to 2, and then 4 to 8. Now, this is a very weird day. It rained, so it should have been, you would think, better, not worse, than on a regular day. So our goal when we did the GRUBHUB the GRUBHUB the GRUBHUB videos, was to make what we used to make, which was about, I averaged out about $22.50 an hour. So our goal then was to work 10 hours and make $225. Did we make it? Go back and see. I'm not going to, spoiler alert, go back and watch those videos. Did we make our $22.50? That's what they were saying we'd make 25 back then, and an hour, and then they changed it and then to 20, and then they took it off altogether because there was people making far less, and I think they were anticipating there was blood in the water on that. So we work for GRUBHUB. Now, what's weird about this day? Now, this is we have what's called unicorns. A unicorn. If you're averaging, maybe a $10 run, 15, then you're like at 8, then 9, whatever, and then someone gives you $40. That's a unicorn. That's a good unicorn. Ooh, we call them unicorns because they happen so rarely. Or getting tips, cash at the door. We used to get cash at the door because we'd ring the doorbell and we'd hand them their food. But now, after COVID, and during COVID and after COVID, or it's always COVID now, you have to leave the food at the door. It's called a contact-free delivery. They don't even see you. The ring will see you. You may not even be home. Back when we first started, you had to actually hand them the food. And if you ever left the food there, you'd have to get permission from GRUBHUB. You had to call GRUBHUB. That's how rarely it happened. I would say it would probably happen once every 4 months. Someone would want me to leave the food. You'd get to the door, you ring the doorbell, ding, 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 they're not there. You call, oh, yeah, I'm stuck in traffic. I'm at Albertsons, a big long line. I don't know what's going on. Well, it's Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. Yeah, can you leave it? I had to get permission, so I had to call GRUBHUB. Then they gave me permission. Would she give me any extra money? No. Was she planning to give me a $10 bill at the door? Maybe. So I might have done all that extra work for less money because she's not going to be there to give me that $10. She couldn't add it to the app, so I did all that extra for nothing. Now, you just leave it. Okay, so we started at 8. And this is why it's such a rare day. Usually I work 8 to 10 because I get those breakfast orders. Then I go home at 11. If it's still good, I'll just stay on. And I'll work 11 to 2 because it almost always dies at 2. So you go 8 to 10. Sometimes I work 11 on, but the goal was 8 to 10, 11 to 2, 4 to 8. So I started at 8 a.m. trying to get those breakfast orders, and those are like 2 coffees and 2 danishes or whatever, or pastries, whatever you call them, from Starbucks. You take those small orders, you get about $6 or $7. I would never take one that low. You get delivery. My minimum for GRUBHUB is $8. Uber Eats is $7, so I get like Uber Eats and GRUBHUB or whatever. So what we're doing on this challenge, instead of just working for GRUBHUB all day long, only GRUBHUB, we're going to work GRUBHUB and Uber Eats. So I log onto both when I first log in. If I get an order from GRUBHUB, I turn off Uber Eats. Boop. If I get one for Uber Eats, I turn off. Let me turn this way so it's not flipping you off. If I get one for Uber Eats, I turn off GRUBHUB, go take the Uber Eats, and then at the door when I'm leaving the person's house, I sign back into the other one, so that way there's no confusion. But I started at 8 a.m. and I didn't get an order from 8 to 10. That never happens. Never. Someone must have known I was doing a challenge, because never do I get nothing from 8 to 10. So now, since I got nothing for those first 2 hours, my 9 hours that I'm working is now 7 hours of delivery time, because the first 2 hours I got nothing. So I know the best case scenario, I have 7 delivery hours that I'm going to be making money for. So you have to absorb those 2 hours. I've been had a great day today. I got a $23 hour run, and I got $19.95 whatever. And I said, oh, that's pretty good. What about the other? Oh yeah, well, I did have 3 hours with nothing. I said, well, then you got to take 5 hours that you're out working, divide by those numbers. And so that's what happened. So with GRUBHUB, we had a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deliveries. Nothing came in for 2 hours and 38 minutes. No deliveries, 2 hours and 38 minutes. Nothing. Not a penny, not a dollar. I didn't find a dime on the ground. I sat there in the rain in my car waiting for orders. So GRUBHUB, my first order was at 12:23. They say 12:23. That's when they get the order and they send it out. And then I had one at 1:04, one at 4:18, one at 5:41, and one at 6:36. Now I rejected one order because it was like $2. Nobody's going to take that order. That customer will have to come pick that up, because no one's going to pick that up for them. So there is how many I had, and the total I had was $52.43. Now I talked about this earlier. We do have Prop 22, so if I fall under a certain number, I will get money under the Prop 22 adjustment. But they do it weekly, so I won't know until Sunday did I get any extra money, and that'll be a certain number of dollars for the entire week. I won't know, did I get $20 of Prop 22 money on Wednesday, which was yesterday, or did I get no money yesterday, but I got $60 on Friday. You never know. It's just one set of money plops in there. Okay, so that's $52.43. Uber Eats, I had 3 deliveries total. I had one at $11.58, which was $7.12. Let me read this off. Okay, GRUBHUB, I'll go top to bottom. My total run for the run was $11.38, then $12.37, then $8.65, then $9.66, then $10.37. That's a total of $52.43. Uber Eats, now they're showing $11.53. That's their time. $11.58. That's their time that they got that order. That's not when I was given that order. And those totals were, I had a total 3 with Uber Eats, and my totals were $7.12, $8.41, and $8.02, which is a total of $23.55. That means for the 9 hours, or 2 hours I didn't work at all, but 2 hours I didn't get any orders at all, but I was still working. So if you take the 9 hours, I made a total of $75.98. Now, if it had been the $22, or let's say the 20 or whatever, I should have had at least 180. This day should have been about 180 to 200 to 2, even like 220. Anywhere from, I'd say, about from 180 to 225 would have been about what I should have made. But I made $75.98 because of those 2 hours of nothing. If I had those 2 hours, let's say those 2 hours were 15, at least I would have been at $105.98. So I made a total of $8.44 an hour. Now, is that typical? No. So maybe I'll redo this challenge in a couple weeks. Maybe I'll make this Side Hustle 2025 challenge video part 2, or second video, because it's not really a part 1 and part 2. So that's what happened, and that can happen. There's some of the things that happened to me yesterday was the fact that I was anticipating to be really good because of the rain. I was able to take my blocks 8 to 10. Obviously, I didn't have to stay on between 10 and 11. 11 to 2, didn't have to stay on because I got nothing. Right at 2, usually across the board, it dies at 2. Back when we had to stay logged on, we had blocks. You couldn't log off of a block and log back in. If you took a block of time, you had to stay on. So if I took a block, if my blocks all equaled, maybe I had 11 to 4, 4 to 8, and then 8 to 9 or whatever, 3 different blocks. You have to work the entire time. So at 2 o'clock, I'd go and get steps. I'd walk, 5 miles, 10 miles, whatever, during that break. So it was a chance to get exercise. And maybe you can order, once in a while, you can order between 2 and 4, maybe 1 at 3:05. So ordinarily, if you didn't have to stay on, you probably would have logged off. So this day was not good. This day was $8.44. That's not what they were promising us of 25 or 20 or my 22.50, which is kind of like my high goal. Anything $19 up, I figured I had an okay day. It's easy. It's a no-brainer. You just drive there. So if you have questions, please, down there. Why did this happen? How did it happen? How do you get started with GRUBHUB? How do you get started with Uber Eats? I told a lady about this. I made the videos about GRUBHUB. She saw what I made, and she decided to sign up. She's in Ohio. She wrote me and said she's not doing very well. I told her in the comment section, or email me. My email's on almost everything that's in here. You can find my email address. My phone number's in there, too. My real phone number that's ringing on this phone that I'm filming on right now. Not this phone. Boop. Not this phone. Boop. But the phone that I'm talking on right now. So you can ask me questions if you want to. Take care. Subscribe, like, share, and give me some comments. Please give me some comments. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Take care, everyone. Have a great day.